Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday afternoon edition. Yes, today we are coming your way quite a bit late. Early Sunday afternoon to you guys all out there. It's been so far not that bad weekend. But the fact remains that there was no Premier League game this weekend, so it looks like some of us were a bit dull. But you know, the clubs that are playing in the FA Cup, they've had their matches. And hey, before we go to the FA Cup proper, yes, because I have one or two things to say about the FA Cup. Nottingham Forest are through to the semi-finals. And before I get through to that, quickly, Frank Lampard, our legendary player, yes, the only man that scored over 250 goals for Chelsea, a midfielder with over 250 goals, my dear friend, not easy. He's a legend. Speaking over the weekend about his second spell as an interim manager in charge of Chelsea, trying to sail the ship through when we're in crisis. Dear friend, oh yes, the ship actually nearly submerged. We were just there with a thin thread. Yes, but you see, quickly, speaking about the situation then, and now, he made a statement that I want to bring your attention to, that we can now begin to understand the current situation at the club. You see, watching Frank Lampard speak about the situation in Chelsea tells a lot about what we are going through. Frank Lampard, on his experience as a Chelsea interim manager, he said, I saw things there that I know can't be right at elite football club. And that's the truth. I saw things there that I know that those things cannot be right in an elite football club. Chelsea is an elite football club. And he knows it all. He knows it when Chelsea was top notch. He knows the standard. I remember when Cristiano Ronaldo, second spell in Manchester United, he made similar statements that United has fallen flat on the standards. Lampard, as an interim manager, said he saw things and he realized that no, this is not an elite football club any longer. And dear friends, all these things started happening under this new ownership. Not during Abramovich era. There are standards you need to set. There are standards of an elite football club. For me, I know most of you guys out there, you blame Lampard for our performance under him when he was an interim manager. Hey, but guys, it wasn't his fault. The structure was then falling. The structure at Chelsea. That was the time that what's his name? The lady that was in charge of our recruitment. Her name escaped me a little. I'll try to recollect it. Even Peter Cech was then part of the recruitment department then. Our legendary goalkeeper. And they all began to leave the club. One after the other. Those who knows the club, the in and out of the club, who knows how to run Chelsea Football Club, they all began to leave the club. Things started to fall. You can imagine you've entered a mansion, a big family, a big house. There are so many keys because there are so many doors. And a bunch of keys were just dropped. You that is just coming in, you have to start trying the keys one by one to know which one fits where, which door. This key, does it fit this door? You will try one by one. By the time you get to open the main door, whatever attack that you are facing, you would have been destroyed. That is exactly what Chelsea is going through right now. Frank Lampard says that the standard at Chelsea doesn't show Chelsea was an elite club that it used to be. And I believe him because he's seen it all. Listen, well, let's move on. Yes. We are going into the summer and a lot of things are already happening in the transfer market. Chelsea are planning for a lot of, at least 3 players we are expecting that Chelsea will buy in the transfer market. I mean, this summer window, 3. But then, about 11 or 12 players are expected to go. One of which is Bournemouth goalkeeper from Chelsea on loan with Bournemouth. Yes. Kepa, we understand. Yes, Kepa Arrizabalaga. We understand Bournemouth want to buy him on a permanent base. Permanent deal. Yes, Bournemouth are preparing a permanent deal to buy Kepa away from Chelsea. But that deal will actually depend on the final cost that Chelsea will present to Bournemouth. Kepa, as a goalkeeper that we know, when we bought him, he's one of those players or goalkeepers that I just didn't know how he fell from grace to grass. Because I remember vividly, when Kepa first came into Chelsea, his performance, I think he was the one that replaced Courtois. Kepa was the one that replaced Courtois. Then, all of a sudden, he lost his first position. But you see, even when he got to Real Madrid on a loan, I was thinking he will still rediscover himself. But he got to a time when even the third choice of Real Madrid became more relevant in the Real Madrid setup than Kepa. I don't know. Now we understand Bournemouth are interested in buying him on a permanent base. They want to buy him on a permanent basis. Now, let's get to a little bit on Strasbourg before we conclude in the Premier League with Chelsea. Yes, let's get a little bit on Strasbourg. Yeah. Romeo Lavia to Samuel Amo Ameyao on IG. Samuel Amo Ameyao is a Strasbourg player. Dear friends, it will interest you to know that Chelsea players, both the senior players and the under 21s, they've been following everything that has been taking place with Strasbourg. They've been following the trend, how the club, Strasbourg in France, have been doing. They've been following everything. Romeo Lavia on his IG sent a message to the midfielder Samuel Amo Ameyao on his Instagram page. He says, "Keep it going, my son." Keep it going, my son. That is Romeo Lavia for you. And it looks like many Chelsea players, including the under 21s, are watching Strasbourg's transformation this season. Yes. And most of these under 21 will not hesitate to develop under Leon Rosenau next season. They will not, because they are following the progress made. But Leon Rosenau and the Strasbourg team, they are following. So most of these under 21 players do not hesitate at all if they were being asked to go to Strasbourg. For Romeo Lavia to send this message to Amo Ameyao on his IG, it means that even the senior team, the senior players are equally watching everything happening right there. All right? Okay, the next one we have, quickly, it's your Sunday afternoon. I don't want to make it too heavy. Liverpool are now exploring multi-club deal with Malaga. Liverpool are exploring multi-club deal with Malaga. Malaga is a Spanish club. If my memory is, yes, it's in Spain. Malaga in Spain. It is beginning to appear, therefore, dear friends, it's beginning to appear that this model is here to stay. This model football is here to stay. It's beginning to appear to me so. That it's beginning to stay. Many clubs now are beginning to show interest in following Chelsea's footsteps. I think City started it, but we've not heard so much from City regarding this modeling football. But Chelsea has made it now more popular and, enviable. Yes. I believe this will reduce the chance of a stricter UEFA regulations in their European competitions as well. If this should be successful, as many clubs are exploring this, especially big clubs around Europe, if this should get successful with this system, clubs buying, big clubs like Chelsea buying 2-3 other clubs, Liverpool buying another one, Real Madrid, they already have, UEFA will have to realign their standard and their rules. Like right now, Chelsea, we understand, if both Chelsea and Strasbourg qualify for Champions League, our owners, the Blue Co will have to sublet go Strasbourg to a private entity to manage. And Chelsea might not be able to transact any business deals, be it buying of players or exchanging of players or even data. Their data can never be exchanged within the two clubs if both are in the Champions League, dear friends. So Liverpool are next. Chelsea acted fast, in fact, to get a deal with a club like Strasbourg. Dear friends, it is what it is. It is what it is. That is a picture of, what's his name? What is his name? Amo Ameyao. Yes, Amo Ameyao. From on your screen. Amo Ameyao on your screen. That is the picture of Amo Ameyao on your screen at Strasbourg. The player, the young chap that Romeo Lavia tagged his son. Yeah. All right, quickly. Let me just conclude by going straight to this. It's good to see Nottingham Forest, playing 120-minute football after the international break. 120-minute football after Nottingham Forest and Brighton after the international break. But guess what? Forest came out victorious. Nottingham Forest have advanced to the FA Cup semi-final. Currently, they are third on the league table as well. Nottingham Forest are third on the league table. So I'm not surprised that after 120 minutes of football with Bournemouth, they came up victorious. They are third on the Premier League table and they've advanced to the FA Cup semi-finals. Yeah. Nuno Espirito, or Esperanto, whichever we want to pronounce it, doing a great job with Forest. Forest head coach, Nuno Espirito. The guy is actually doing a great job. Few seasons ago, we know this guy is a good coach, but I'm not too sure the magic he's doing now with Nottingham Forest. I would not say that he's building a strong team. He has not. I can never say that this Nottingham Forest is a strong team that Esperanto built. No. I can only describe them as an army of strong-headed people. An army, military people with strong-headed, mind. An army with strong-headed people. That's the way I can describe them. Because you can't say that he's built a strong team. No. The players, they are just playing their life out. It's just like how we saw, Leicester City winning the Premier League few seasons back. Nuno Esperanto did not build this club, Nottingham Forest, that we can say, oh, he was making requests for this player, he requested for this, or they bought him that player, and he was doing a build-up. No. These players are just strong-headed, and they've taken the league by storm. Congratulations to them. They are in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Dear friends, let me end it here. I should be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. Shalom and peace.